What if I told you that the modern world around you, the cities you live in, the laws your country follows, the clocks on your walls, the writing on your screen right now, may all trace back to one civilization buried beneath the deserts of Iraq? A civilization so old that when it first began, humanity barely understood what civilization even was. This is Mesopotamia, the first great civilization in human history. And unlike the polished marble worlds of Rome or Greece, Mesopotamia was raw. Hot winds blew endlessly across open plains. Mud brick cities baked beneath brutal sunlight. The smell of river water, smoke, wet clay, and animals filled crowded streets. At night, oil lamps flickered beneath towering temples, while priests watched the stars above the desert sky. This was not mythology. This was real. And for thousands of years, humanity forgot it ever existed. Mesopotamia existed in the region we now call Iraq, between two rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. To ancient people, these rivers were not simply water sources. They were survival itself. Every year, the rivers flooded the surrounding land, sometimes gently, sometimes violently enough to destroy entire villages. But after the floodwaters retreated, they left behind dark, fertile soil. And in a world where most humans still wandered, constantly searching for food, that soil was revolutionary. Before Mesopotamia, most humans lived in small groups. Hunters, gatherers, nomads moving endlessly across land just to survive another season. But near these rivers, something changed. People began staying in one place. At first, the settlements were tiny. A few homes made from reeds and mud. Small farms beside riverbanks. Families storing grain for future months instead of searching for food every day. But over generations, those villages grew. More farms appeared. More food was produced. And suddenly, human beings had something incredibly dangerous and powerful for the first time in history. Surplus. Extra food meant larger populations. Larger populations meant organization. And organization slowly created civilization itself. By around 3500 BCE, massive cities had begun rising across Mesopotamia. One of them was Uruk, and to a human being living at that time, Uruk must have looked almost impossible. Imagine walking across empty desert for days, and suddenly seeing giant walls rising from the horizon, smoke climbing into the sky, thousands of people moving through crowded streets, temples towering over the city like mountains made by human hands. Historians believe Uruk may have contained tens of thousands of people, at a time when most humans still lived in tiny settlements. And inside these cities, human society itself was transforming. For the first time, people no longer needed to do the same jobs. Some became farmers, others became soldiers, builders, merchants, metal workers, priests, government officials. Mesopotamia was creating specialization, and specialization accelerated civilization faster than humanity had ever experienced before. The center of many cities was dominated by gigantic structures called ziggurats, massive step temple towers built from mud bricks. From a distance, they must have looked like artificial mountains rising above the flat land. Priests controlled many of these temple complexes, and religion shaped nearly every part of Mesopotamian life. People believed the gods controlled floods, harvests, storms, wars, and disease. Entire cities often considered themselves protected by particular gods. The people of Uruk worshipped Inanna. Babylon honored Marduk. And priests were not simply religious figures. They were astronomers, record keepers, political advisors, sometimes even economic managers, controlling food storage and trade. Because Mesopotamia was not only becoming religious, it was becoming administrative. And administration required something revolutionary: writing. At first, Mesopotamian writing was surprisingly simple. Merchants and temple officials needed ways to track grain, animals, taxes, and trade goods. So they began pressing symbols into wet clay tablets using sharpened reeds. A sheep, a jar, a quantity of grain. Simple accounting. But over centuries, those symbols evolved into cuneiform, one of the earliest writing systems in human history. And this changed humanity forever. Before writing, knowledge was fragile. When a person died, their memories died with them. But now, human beings could preserve information outside the human mind itself. Kings could record victories. Merchants could track trade. Priests could preserve religious stories. Governments could create laws. For the first time in history, civilization could remember itself. Thousands of clay tablets discovered later would reveal something astonishing. Mesopotamians were recording contracts, arguments, poetry, school exercises, mathematics, and even personal complaints. One ancient tablet contains a customer angrily complaining about poor quality copper sold to him, which means 4,000 years ago, human beings were already writing customer complaints. And the deeper historians studied Mesopotamia, the stranger it became, because these people were unbelievably advanced for their time. Mesopotamian farmers created large irrigation canal systems to redirect river water across dry farmland. Workers dug enormous canals by hand beneath brutal heat. Entire governments organized labor forces to maintain them. Without those canals, many cities would not have survived. Trade expanded rapidly across the ancient world. Mesopotamian merchants traded grain, textiles, and crafted goods for metals, wood, and stone from distant regions. Because Mesopotamia itself lacked many natural resources, large caravans crossed dangerous deserts carrying goods between civilizations. Boats moved through rivers crowded with trade traffic. Markets became noisy centers of economic life. You could hear merchants shouting prices, animals moving through crowded roads, metalworkers hammering bronze beneath open-air workshops, and unlike modern coins, early Mesopotamian trade often relied on weighed silver, barley, or goods themselves as units of value. But like every civilization before, Mesopotamia could not survive forever. Wars consumed kingdoms, cities collapsed, temples turned into ruins, and slowly, the civilization that created writing, laws, trade, and organized society itself disappeared beneath the desert. For thousands of years, humanity forgot it even existed, until archaeologists uncovered buried cities beneath Iraq. And suddenly, Mesopotamia began speaking again through ancient clay tablets left behind thousands of years ago. Its kings returned, its stories returned, its world returned. And the strangest part, even today, modern civilization still carries Mesopotamia inside it. Because in many ways, the world around you right now began between two rivers, thousands of years ago, And this was only the beginning of the civilization files.